sharing session. Today we have Mr. Karthik Nagarajan, Associate Professor, Pillai HOC Engineering College, as our guest speaker. It is an honor for me to welcome and introduce Mr. Karthik Nagarajan on behalf of Department of Mathematics and IIC of GBG College. Besides being a professor, he is a very good social worker who loves to serve students' community. He is a person who provides free talk on topics related to innovation council to the students community. Mr. Karthik Nagarajan is currently pursuing his doctoral degree in civil engineering from the University of Mumbai. He completed his master's in structural engineering from the University of Mumbai and bachelor's in civil engineering from Pune University in the year 2009 and 2002 respectively. He is an IIRS ISRO Network Institute coordinator at Pillai ISRO Outreach Network Institute from July 2017. He is also the secretary of the Indian Society of Remote Sensing Mumbai chapter. He has been teaching for the past 22 years and has 6 years of industrial experience and 7 years of research experience. His area of interest is in the field of remote sensing and geographic information system along with various civil engineering subjects such as water resource engineering, structural engineering and geotechnical engineering. He has filed 4 patents in the field of civil engineering and sustainable materials. He is an innovation ambassador for the Institutional Innovation Council under Ministry of Education. Member of Small Satellite Mission 2019 by Center for the Space Science and Technology Education in the area in Asia Pacific affiliated to United Nations at IIRS Dehradun. An ISRO outreach network coordinator, he has completed around 80 plus courses and given free courses to around 9,000 students across India in geospatial technology, remote sensing and GIS through ISRO Outreach Center. He has received the Best Network Institute Coordinator Award for contribution towards promoting geospatial technology and its application in the year 2018 and Certificate of Appreciation as Network Institute Coordinator Award for contribution towards promoting geospatial technology and its complete applications in the year 2017 IIRS ISRO. He has bagged first prize Avishkar Research Convention 2019 to 20 organized by the University of Mumbai in January 2020 and silver medal Avishkar Research Convention 2019-20 organized by University of Mumbai in January 2020. He has published 60 plus technical papers in many international and national journals and 20 plus papers in international and national conferences. He is a life member of various international and national professional bodies. He is a journal reviewer of Springer and Elsewhere and others. His PhD project is application of remote sensing and GIS in water distribution network. His research interest is understanding the satellite images and interpreting data from those images through GIS software such as ERDAS, QGIS, HEC, HM, etc. It is a pleasure for all of us to have such a great personality among us. We all are keen to hear from you, sir, about mathematical design thinking in architecture. Thank you for taking out time for all of us from
Further no delay, let's turn the time over to our respected resource person, Mr. Karthik Nagarajan, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pillai HOC College of Engineering and Technology, Navi Mumbai. We are eager to hear from you, sir.
Thank you, good afternoon, thank you Nivedita, and thank you Dr. Kalavati madam for giving me this opportunity. It's my pleasure that I am here. Can I request that you can start the recording, madam Kalavati ma'am? If you have forgotten or something.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So once the recording starts, I will start with the lecture. It's my pleasure coming. I will thanks for the thanks to the management and the principal for giving me this platform. I promised you that I will try to keep my lecture as interesting as possible. Being from civil engineering background and working with ISRO from last 6 to 7 years, I have learned many things. So I will try to relocate everything and try to give it in the best possible way. So meanwhile, when the recording starts, let me see whether I can present the screen. I hope that one second. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, ma'am. I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the recording to start, and we can start exactly when it starts.
Recording. Okay. Sound வைக்கணும். Microphone, okay, ma'am.
Is there any issue going, ma'am? Is issue any in recording?
No, sir. We have started.
No, sir, we have started. You can proceed, sir.
We have started?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, because I can't find the recording logo here, icon here, sorry. It just started, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
Suppose.
Sir, we are recording using some other
okay, then it's fine. Yes, fine.
app. Yes, sir. Using some other app. Okay.
No issues, ma'am. I was just looking at the Google recording here. Yeah. So,
Charging. Bad charging. Daddy.
yeah, I'm back. I hope. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. And it's my pleasure that we are going to start with the kind of little bit interesting lecture soon. So this is how I normally take the lecture during online time. So basically, for your information, I am also Tamil and I am born and brought up in Mumbai. So it has been a long time. It was my pleasure that I am coming to your college for this lecture. So let's start, madam. The students will be more comfortable with English or Tamil because I am not so good with Tamil. Kind of, I can manage.
It can be in anything else, sir.
Yeah, it's a Bombay Tamil, so you are going to laugh at that. So I don't want to show my that quality in front of you. So this is how I think you can see both the screens, the PPT and the messages here. Am I right? So here, I'm going to interact with you all. So I would be requiring yes and no from you in the chat box. The way I have told you, just you have to press Y and N. Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I want students to talk to me in chat box in Y and N. You can say Y and N because that is how we are going to interact. Yes, can you hear me? because little interactions will be required. You can see the chat box also, no, in the screen, ma'am. Yes, yes. Now I think yes, Kavya and other students are saying yes, fine. We have to use little bit code language, my dear friends. You have to try and you have to say no. Okay. So I'm asking again, can you hear me? Just let me know because some correction that will be required during this lecture. Just say Y and N. Can you hear me? Yes, that sounds good. Nivedita, Chandrika, Divya, Madhumita, yes, Devika, Aikilla. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So, my dear friends, let me start with a simple kind of riddle or some kind of Akhila, Himapriya, thank you. So, let's try to see how we can go ahead. Yes, Kaliyamai. Yes, I'm right. I'm sorry for sounding it well. Let us start with the logic. Let me show you that I'm an innovation coordinator and I have taught a lot of students, mostly in rural India. I have taught a lot of students about space science and rocket science and satellite imagination in rural villages of Maharashtra, specifically in the areas nearby Mumbai. And let me start with the quiz. Let me start with the quiz here. Okay, so this is the first picture I would like to show. Can you all tell me out of this which glasses has more water in this thing? About design thinking, I would like to have interactions because I will try my level best if this seminar or webinar could be interesting. Can I get the answers in the chat box? Out of this, which has more water? Nivedita is saying D. What about others? Kali is saying B. What about others? Himapriya is saying B. Madhu is saying B. Kila is saying B. What about others? Is there any variations here? Chandrika is saying B. Manjushri, Devika, everyone is saying B. Let us go with B. That you have an idea about to think and how design thing works. Fine. So yes, the answer is B because the volume of this thing is, and it is going to consume water. But do you think that this question made you the answer? Let me know. I think that this question made you think. Maybe I could hear that. This question made you think. Yes or no? Can I know the chat box? They are saying yes. What about others? Did you? This question made you thought? Okay, I think I will be happy if more students just Y and chat just Y and N so that I can kind of average answers from. So that means you are ready to think. Let me give you one tricky question. Can I ask you one question? Okay, let us do a question here. This is 15 seconds. On the right hand side, the question timing has not started. Question number 2, I will box. On the right hand side, you can see vegetables, some cup of tea, the afternoon cake, and all this. And you find it out on the right hand side. Okay, so let me give you. Okay, so this one. Just note down how many things you have found out.
Chicken கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். Watermelon. The leaf இங்க இருக்கு. The brinjal. Yes.
Okay. Can I know the answers? How many? How many you have seen? Fast. It's fine. I know there could be here and kind of things you're figuring out. Can I get out of the chat box that how many items you sorted out? How it was visible to you? Okay. 7. What about first? By 6. Good. That's good. Chandrika, that's amazing. 7. Akila, that's amazing. 7. What about others? 6. Nivedita is saying 6. 7. Madhu is 6. Sounds good. Manju is saying 7. Sounds good. Kala Selvai 10. That is really awesome. Okay, congratulations. If I had had some gift or some kind of prize, I would have given you. So what I want to do that all the things are hidden there, but it depends upon how you. Okay, I'm coming. I'm taking you step by step. Do you the topics sounds in way of approach we are taking it's quite good or kind of okay. Devagya, Madhushri, Vibhishri. I promise you that this lecture as interesting as possible. Thank you, Kavya and Manju. Fine. Let us try to go ahead a little bit. These are the stuffs which you want to see. All the stuffs are here. Okay, if you didn't found anything, okay, all the stuffs are kept here. Now let me come here. And I hope that you would have not seen Hemapriya. Congratulations, 8 is a good thing. Anything above 6, even if you have got 4 also, it's fine. Okay, my point is that how you are going to observe things, how things are going to be different. Now here, let me start. I will take the last question here, third riddle here. What figure should be replaced in the question mark? Okay, question number 3. Number 3, I'm asking you, what figure should be replaced in the question mark? If you can't type it out, if you want to on your audio and you want to say, you can say it. Or if you can type and tell me, let me know. It doesn't matter. Again, I'm giving you about, say, 10 seconds. No one? Do you want to know the answer, or should I 6? Hemapriya, Manju. That's amazing. Hemapriya, Manju. That's quite good. What about others? Or should I get to the answer here directly? Okay, you got it. Okay, fine. Can you all rate this out of 5? Can you all rate this question out of 5? How interesting and how tricky this was, just giving your brain little kind of lubrication. Can you rate this question out of 5? Was this question interesting? Just rate out of 5. 5 means good, 1 means bad. What about amazing? Everyone is saying 4, 5, Divya, Bala, Kali, everyone is saying amazing. So what I want to tell you is that there are many things hidden and we have to have that knack of understanding this stuff. Chandrika, that's fine. Thank you. So I'm really happy with your college students. Most of you are interesting. Now, what about I will ask you one more question. Should I teach you in theoretical way or in pictures or in videos? Which will be more better? Which kind of lectures you will find it more interesting? If I show you some videos, will you find it interesting? Rate out of 5. If I show some videos and if you understand the things, do you think it will be interesting for you to understand much in a better way? Or should I teach you theoretical? What do you think? Be practical. How I should teach you? P or P? Practical. Okay. Devika, Kavya. Okay, fine. So we will see. And so, okay, Devi, fine. So that's good. So suppose if I teach you design thinking, if I try to teach you design thinking, okay, I'm not a person who can teach you, but if I implant that concept thinking in you in 3 minutes, will you appreciate this thing? Let me know. Will you appreciate this if I teach you in 3 minutes? Kavya, Tamil. Tamil. Ennod Tamil keta ningal chiripil. It's a Bombay Tamil. So I think should I speak in Hindi or sorry, madam? How I should speak? Tamil la pechna ma? Tamil romba kashtam irukku
Sir, do you know Tamil?
Madam, or should I speak in English? I mean,
Sir, you can proceed, sir. No issue, sir. You can speak in English.
I can speak in English. Na Tamil romba chiripil, madam. You will laugh at me. Then I don't want to get into Tamil. Then.
No issue, sir. You can continue with English only.
Yeah, I can continue with English. No? Okay, fine. So again, my question is same. Kavya, I will talk to you in Tamil later on. Okay. So my question is same. If I teach you design things in 3 minutes, will you expect that it's a good thing? Manju is saying yes, Chandrika. Then if this is the thing, then let us start with the video. Okay, Chandrika and Madhu, let's see a video here. Yeah. One second. I hope the screen is visible in front of you. Okay. So, critical or design thinking. I will come to the mathematical aspect soon. Okay. I specifically took this example. Okay. So this is normally design thinking. You have to raise the question, you have to formulate the problems, gather the information, generate the ideas, consider various alternatives, reach the conclusions, community. This is all theoretical. I know that you are not interested. Agreed? Am I right? Am I right that you are not interested in theory? Yes or no? No PPTs, directly practically attacking the things. Yes or no? Yes, Kavita is saying yes. So let us see a practical thing. Okay. So this is for Kavya and Madhu and Divya. See, check it out here. Now, this is an interesting video which will give a clear-cut idea about how things work out here. Okay, let us try to say that this girl who is standing below the tree, let us say that is the apple tree. Can you all consider that the girl in the picture is you? Is it possible for 3 minutes? Can you think that the girl in the picture is you, so that it becomes more easier to think like design thinker? Yes, no? Can you think for 3 minutes that you are that girl and I will give a problem to you? Okay, fine. Nivedita, Divyashri, everyone is saying yes. So for 3 minutes, Harani, you have to think that the girl in the picture is you. And the problem here is, okay, to take the apple from the tree. Now, how you are going to think, and because more or less everyone is going to think in the same way, but depends upon who is going to think out of box here. Fine? So let us see. Okay, the concept is she can't reach the apples as of now. So she's formulating the problems here, raising the questions that how she can take the apples from the tree. Okay. Now the question is how to reach the apples. So she's defining the scope. She's framing the questions from different perspective. Okay. How to get the apples, and is the question novel? Okay. Novel means it is innovative or nothing. Okay. It's out of box or not. It's very new. Okay. But no one has done it before. That kind of question is coming here. Now let's see. She is going to gather various informations like if there is any kind of stick nearby, or she can take a stool or stand over it. That kind of different ideas she will get. Now, normally when I think about design thinking, normally when we have problem in our life, when we have problem with a subject, we have a problem with a project or something, we do a lot of research. We read a lot of books. We read newspapers. Okay, we go on internet. We go laptop. We see interviews. We read journals. We do a lot of things to get to the answers. Now, when we read more things, do you think that when we do more research, I'm asking this question again. Do you think that if we do more research, we as human get more elevated in to understand more things? Do you think that thing? The more we read, it gives us an inner sense of understanding the subject more closely. Do you agree with this thing? Yes or no? The research can be through YouTube, journals, papers, or anything. Okay, right? Kavya, Nivedita. So that is what I am trying to tell you, Himapriya. Okay, now let's see. After generating the ideas and all, now what you are going to think that either I should have a basket kind of thing which is having a handle here and I can pick this out. Fine. Then second idea could be I could have a ladder. Okay, you have seen I could have a ladder. Third idea is if it is adaptable to have a kind of plunger or rod handle with the rod plunger that the apple can be plugged. Okay, and fourth is that she's thinking about if I can have a kind of trolley kind of thing which can I will just again repeat again, show that thing again. A trolley which will have a kind of sucker, okay, which can vacuum cleaner, Mari, okay, something like vacuum cleaner. So she's thinking about different ideas here. Now let us see that what about these four options. Okay, I will repeat again. Please try to concentrate here properly. These are the four options. Option number one is a plunger. Option number two is a ladder. Option number 3 is a plunger. Okay, she can pluck it out. And 4th is a vacuum cleaner. Can you say which of the options you really felt is kind of okay? Hemapriya, Nivedita, Kavya. If you want to select any of this 1, 2, 3, 4, which you will select, or other students who can use the chat box and let me know fast. If you want to select any one, which you will go? Number 1, second, 2, 3, 4. So you can see so many answers are varying here. Hemapriya is saying 1, GV is saying 3, Kala is saying 3, Akhila is saying 3. Okay, so Nivedita is saying 1. Okay, so what is happening is that everyone is thinking from different aspects. I want few more answers from your side. Okay, other students should also interact, because as I told you, after this lecture, you will feel that this lecture has made you really think about a lot of aspects about design thinking. Now, what about merging all this thing together? In the 4 options, if we merge together, what will happen? Okay, let us try to see. If you merge everything, what I tried to do, what is being done here, okay? Option number 1, the bucket and the handle is being separated. In option number 2, the vertical wooden stick of the ladder and the horizontal stuff of the ladder has been separated. In the third option, the plunger and the handle is separated. And the fourth option, the vehicle and the sucker or the vacuum sucker has been separated. Okay, and we are trying to study it in a different way, each and every options. Did you got it? What has been done here? Every aspect is separated here so that we can understand the stuff properly. Did you all got it? What I said? Yes, no? Yes, that sounds good. Okay, great, Kavita. So let's go ahead. Now, if you all replace everything, okay? Option number 3 would, or option 1 la to 10, option 2 would 3 la to 10, 4 to 1 la to 10. Then what is the different options I will get? So here are the different options. I have interchanged the parameters, or I will say I have interchanged the accessories of different items with each other, so that whether it can become a proper things which can be designed. Okay, so it doesn't look first, second, third, fourth has a different aspects, different alternatives I have created, so that whether I can get the first option. So let us see the first option. Okay, I will do a concept thinking. Let us see what this girl, what you are going to do. You are going to pluck it. Now what is happening? What is happening here? It is easy to hold, but what is happening? The trees are getting destroyed. It is getting damaged. So option number 1, even if it has advantage, okay, it is also having a disadvantage. Okay. Now let us go to point number 2. Can I ask you? Can I ask all the students that whether my English you are able to understand it properly? Because I don't know which college I am teaching. I have never been to your college. I'm okay with my English. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Communication should not be issue. That's it. Thank you all. Thank you, Kala and Himapriya. Yeah. Now let us go to option number 2. This is the ladder with a vehicle. Now she is going to pluck it. Now what is the advantage? She can go up. What is the disadvantage? It's moving here and there. Okay. So this is the disadvantage of option number 2. It's easy to climb but difficult to steer the dangerous. Okay. The third option is the plunger one. Plunger one, it is going to pluck it. But what is happening? It has a long reach. That is the advantage. And disadvantage is what? It is getting squeezing. Okay. The juices will come out. So that is the disadvantage. And what is the fourth option here? The sucker, the vacuum sucker. So what is the advantage? It can grip all the things, but suction is too strong, so it can create little bit accidents here and there when you're plucking a lot of things. Okay, it can hurt the people. Is this advantage and disadvantage of all the 4 understood to you all properly? I hope that you all got it, because we are thinking like a scientist, thinking like a mathematician now. I hope Manju is saying yes, Hema is saying yes, Kavita, Nivedita, Divya, amazing Purnima. I'm so happy with you all. Okay, you are interacting so nicely. Great. So let us try to think that we are coming to the last part here. Last part is about design thinking. Okay, Devika and Purnima, Madhu. Let us see here. Now, what about merging all these 4 concepts into one concept? What about it? Okay, let's try to see. Let us try to see. Okay. Now we have to think. We have to think that if tomorrow I have to make this project, if I have to design something, how my USP will, if I want to make this product, if I want to sell in Amazon, okay, I want to make an entrepreneur, I want to start a startup here, I want to become an entrepreneur, then how this can be a product which I can sell and everyone is going to buy. Okay, that is how I am going to sleep today night. And tomorrow morning, if I think day in day out, if I do the calculations, if I do kind of research, this is a solution which you will find out. And let us see whether this solution is been logical or not. Now what this girl has done, from the first option she has taken the bucket. Okay, from the second option she has taken the wheels, from third option the rod, and the fourth option she has taken the sucker. Okay, and she has made this product somewhat the way it looks in front of you right now. Okay, it is how it is front of you now. Now what is happening, let us see how she is going to pluck the apples from the tree. Is it logical? Is the question constraints everything is solvable? Whether this needs electricity, whether it's sustainable, all these questions will come. Whether it will be used by anything, whether it's costly, okay, whether it will have an app, it will have a direct connection. It is sucking the apple, putting in the basket. Okay, then again it is sucking the apple, putting in the basket. Let me know that if you want to learn design thing out of 5, how much rating you will give to yourself. Okay, now what this girl has done is she's putting this product in the Amazon or you can say in Swiggy or somewhere, and the name of the concept is Apple Picker 2022, something like that. And she is making a brand. She is being selling it in wholesale markets, in D-marts and a lot of places. And she has become an entrepreneur, and she has started with a startup just because of thinking. Okay, now Kavita is saying awesome here. Okay, now what I want to say that if you want to rate this out of 5, 5 means best, 1 means bad, how much you will rate the idea of this girl? Manju is saying 5, Kali, Kavya, Chandrika, you're saying 5. What about others? No one is got motivated. Devika, Divya. Okay, great. So everyone is saying 5. What about others? I hope that others are also watching it. If you interact, it will be more easier for both of us to talk. Okay. Let me tell you one thing. Do you think as a student it is easy to study through online? Yes or no? Studying through online is easy or difficult? Easy, I will say. Okay, you all are saying D. Yeah, that is difficult. Okay, you all are feeling it's difficult as a student. What about others? Everybody thinks difficult. What do you think? Teaching through online, is it easy or difficult? What do you think? For the teachers, what do you think? For teachers, it's easy or difficult as a teacher? So you all feel difficult? Okay. So let me tell you, thank you Devya, Priya, Devika. So let me tell you that unless and until if I don't understand your issues as a student online, okay, and if the student doesn't understand the teacher's issue online, it is going to be really difficult. So do you think online learning is going to be little bit in the future? Do you think? Yes or no? Online is going to be part of our culture. We have to learn this thing, online techniques and everything. Do you agree with this thing? Hema, Kavya, Priya, you all agree with this thing, right? Okay. So even I am trying to adapt with you. I am talking to you as if you are talking to me. So the way we are interacting through chat box, it is giving a feeling to both of us that even this is called as the design thinking according to me. According to me, this is design thinking. I'm keeping the slide here and the chat box here. Okay. So this is my way of design thinking so that I can interact with you all. So do you feel that design thinking should be in all the aspects of our life? Do you think every aspect? Just let me know. This is my teaching aspect, the way I'm teaching. Okay. Do you think that in all the aspects of your life, design thinking should be there? I will explain you, Kavya. I will explain you how. Okay. Yes, Priya, Kali and Manju, Divya. Fine. That's good. So I will be teaching you many things. Let me try to go a little bit in a faster mode. Okay. So let's see. I hope that this. Okay. This video is over. Let us close this video. And would you like to see some magic? If you like to see some magic, then only I will show you. If you say yes, then only I will show you. Otherwise, I will not show you the magic. If you want to see the magic, then yes, I will show you that. Okay. Now let us try to see. I hope that I can show you this finger. My little finger. Okay. My little finger. If I hold this little finger, any hand. Okay. And if I measure the length of my lips, you can also do it from your house. Okay. The length of my little finger is the length of my lips. The length of your little finger is the length of your lips. Okay. If you agree with this thing, kindly let me know yes or no in the chat box. I'm talking in sense of design thinking. Okay, this is body science. Okay, this is body science. Okay, Nivita is saying yes, Akila is saying yes. What about others? So everyone from the house, you have measured it practically, and you're feeling that the length of the finger and the length of the lips is same. Okay, can we go for, you all agree? Fine. Can we go for magic number 2? Can we see one more magic number 2? Yes, no? Okay, see how interactive we are here. That sounds good. Fine. Kavya, Harini. Now, what I want to say, I can't stand up. I need to stand up, or maybe I need to stand up. Maybe I will try to show you. Fine. So if I measure my hand, I hope you can see my screen. If you have to see me in the video. Okay. So this hand, where is my hand? Yeah. If the middle finger, if I measure this length from my hand from here, if I measure this length from here, horizontally, if I measure this from here and the middle finger up to here, okay, up to the tip, what will happen is that the horizontal length, if I become like this, the horizontal length from the left hand middle finger tip to the right hand middle finger tip, okay, that is my height. You can't do it right now, but you can measure that thing. Okay, my height is exactly the same thing. And for you also, okay, Kavya is saying yes. You can afterwards, you can measure it, because right now you can leave the lecture. Okay, afterwards you can measure it. I will assure you that your height will be exactly equal to same. Do you think this is kind of magic? Did you really feel this is kind of good information which I gave you? It's no magic. Okay, so what do you think? Is there a max behind this thing? Is there a max behind this thing? Okay, let's come to the answer here. Let me share you on presentation. One second. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, it's here. Yes. So is my screen visible, my dear friends? Is my screen visible? Kindly, people, let me know. Yes, thank you. That is amazing, coordinator. You are amazing students. I'm so happy to find some good students. Okay, I actually thought that I should teach all this PPT, okay, presentations, roundtable conference. So I am going to exclude. So no PPT, right? Am I right? No PPTs and no theory, just concepts, just numerical videos and presentations and all. Am I right? So I'm not getting into the theories and all this thing. Yes, Kavya. So things should be taught in which you should understand things. So I'm going to skip all this thing. Let us talk about our brain. Can we talk about our brain? Do you want to know what happens in the brain, how we are going to think, everything? Yes or no? Let us try to understand what our brain does. Fine. Now let us see on the left hand side. Okay, some research scientists have done this kind of thing. I will have a small and because I didn't have my food from morning lectures are there, so please don't mind. Yeah. So on the left hand side there is a brain which is scanned, and the right hand side there is a brain which is also scanned. But here, whenever we have early education, now when I say early childhood, it goes up to 26 years. Whatever we studied, okay, it remains in the brain in such a way that's why we can see that when a child is dancing nicely in reality shows, or when he sees some reality shows, the children is dancing nicely or singing nicely, they are able to do, but we are not able to do. That is because the brain is still fresh and they are doing a lot of things. So they have scanned this brain. A scientific research paper is then. If you want, I can share the link later on. The more the red color, that means it's more active. Okay. The more the black color, it means less active. Okay. You can see the color legends here: red, yellow, green means if it's a lot of brain, it's red. So the graph is red, yellow, green, blue, and then black. Okay. So left hand side is a quality early education, childhood education, and the right hand side is a quality early education without quality education. Okay. Do you think that there is a difference here? Do you think that this research makes sense? There are a lot of examples here. And do you think, I just want to ask you, does it make sense that learning early in the childhood, or even now your children's only, the more we learn, the more our brains are going to become much better? Do you agree with this thing? I just want to know your view. Yes or no? Is the question clear? Do you agree that early education is good? Is good. That is what I'm asking. Yeah, fine. So if you're saying Kavya, okay, Chandrika, Kavya, and everyone is saying yes, that means this is what I'm trying to tell you, that today also, even if you're learning design, do you think that if you, again my question, if you even, I assume that you are young, you're kids only, now you are learning design thing. Do you think this will be helpful for you in the future? Just by looking at 5-15 minutes of lecture, in just 15 minutes, like in 15 minutes of lecture, I taught you design thinking little bit. If you feel yes, that is the answer here. Chandrika, Kavya, they are saying yes. So that what I am trying to say, that etra mudiyumo atra kastapattu, okay, you have to study a lot of new things. Okay, I am basically a civil engineer. I build buildings, I build tunnels, bridges, and everything. But I am also in a lot of sciences. I am into ISRO. I am doing space science. I am studying our rockets. I am doing satellite investigation. Okay, I am here with you for your mathematics. But what I am trying to do is that the more you become, do you all agree with this thing? That the more you become all-rounder, okay, it's good for us. It will be good for us to understand the things around us in a much better way. Yes or no? Yes, Nivedita. That sounds good. Let us try to go to the next thing. No theory, just practical. I promise you, I will just show you practical stuff. Last Selvi, thank you for amazing crowd. I'm so happy with your crowd. The students are really awesome. No theory, just coming to the practical. Okay. Let us try to think about this thing. Now you have to rate out of 5. Okay, all examples I'm going to give. I am going to give a lot of examples. 1 means poor. This is a standard lecture, and 5 means good. Okay. Now one person has seen a mosquito which is biting, and have you experienced mosquito when it's bite? Sometimes it doesn't give pain. No pain. Have you experienced? Yes, Kavya, Himapriya, Devika. Okay, you all experience this thing. Now, what this person has done, Manju, that this person, or you can say he's a scientist, something, he has created a painless needle using the design concept of what nature has been reflecting backwards, just by looking at the mosquito. How much will you rate this scientist who has designed this thing out of 5? How much marks you will give for his brain out of 5? That is the question. Chandrika is saying 5, Kala is saying 5, Devika, Kavya, Manju, great. Okay, Priya, great. Let us try to see one more example. Okay, he has designed painless needle. Fine. Now, I hope that you would have seen a lot of seashells which are shared in the ocean. There will be some this kind of seashells sticking on it, and they are sticking on the rocks from years. But what is the funda of that thing? Now the person who understood this thing, he has designed a glue, okay, through the natural concept of this funda. How much you will rate this person? He has designed the glue looking at the concept of this thing. That's a different research. I will, if you want, I can give these links later on. But I want you to understand that how much you will rate out of 5 for this concept here. The way the shells are sticking at the rocks, okay, he has designed a waterproof glue, okay, waterproof glue. Rate out of 5. Dia, 5. Okay, see, everyone is agreeing with him. So when you're giving 5, you're respecting his brain. Okay, even I have given 5 for this concept. So when we respect each other, automatically things will understand. We will understand things in a much better way. Let us try to see one more thing. Okay, let us talk about this whales. Okay, one of the person has seen the scales, or you can say fins of the shark, and he has designed the wind turbine blades. Okay, now wind turbine blades means the way the shark is moving in water. Okay, water is a medium. In wind turbine, the air around the wind turbines is a medium. So the way the fins of this whale is negotiating through water, being a medium, water being a medium. Similarly, he has designed the shapes of the windmill, okay, with air as a medium. Okay, so for these fins, how much you will rate this concept? How much you will rate for this concept? The person who has designed windmill blades. Okay, Hemapriya is respecting with 5. So do see what is happening is that we are respecting also. We know that that person has put so much brains into that thing. So design thinking is about understanding the concepts, understanding science and mathematics. I have one quote. Can I tell you? This is my quote. Huh? You should not. Can I tell you my quote? One quote which I have made it for myself only, which I've learned from my experience. Can I say it? Yeah, I will tell that, and if you agree, you should let me know. I will quote that mathematics is a numerical way of explaining science. I will repeat again. Mathematics is a numerical way of explaining science, and science is a theoretical way of explaining maths. Okay. Mathematics is a numerical way of explaining science, and science is a theoretical way of explaining maths. Do you all agree with this thing? Let me know, yes or no. Let me know. Agree, Kavita, Hemapriya? Okay, such a beautiful thing. Okay, nature is trying to tell so many things. Okay, and if you are not able to grasp it, and trust me, Adhikvendi, we should having a lot of brains. I should be a topper in the class. Nothing required. Everyone can think this. Everyone has a brain, and they can think in a different way. I'm going to show a few videos later on which will inspire you more, which will motivate you more. Okay, let me make it my screen a little bit. Now check this beautiful concept here. I mean, this is just amazing. Fine. One scientist has looked at the skin of the shark in a zoomed way. On the left hand side you can check out, it's a zoomed shark skin, and he has designed a product which is antibacterial plastic surface. Antibacterial plastic surface. Okay, of course he would have done research, but don't you think that this concept, how much you will rate out of 5 for this antibacterial? Okay, antibacterial means there will be no bacteria on the surface. How much you will rate out of 5? Just let me know. Hemapriya 5. What about others? Chandrika 5. Okay, Kavya, Kali 5. Okay, Nivedita 5. So why you are rating it 5, Devika? Because you understand that, Priya. Okay, you understand that these are concepts which motivates them. Now, why I'm saying mathematically it is important, because behind this science there is a maths also. Okay, and you have agreed with this thing. Let me go a little bit behind. Okay, now this is an amazing concept. Okay, how the wind turbine has to be placed, and how many of you have seen fishes like this moving around a circle in the water or something? How many of you have seen this kind of fishes moving around? Okay, Divya, would you have seen this thing? Fine, Divya. And what about other? I think everyone would have seen in movies or some National Geographic channels here and there. Yes, Manju? Right. Okay, now if everyone has seen, then from this concept, how they have designed the wind turbines, and let us try to see it. Let us come to the next presentation. Okay, just I will talk about this. I'm not forgotten this thing. I will come to this slide after a few slides, because that is where I think I will talk to it, or I should show it right now. I will show it after 2-3 slides. Okay. Check this out. What a beautiful nature this is. Okay, nature is telling you to think in a designed way. Fine. Now you would have seen this kind of things in our native. Okay, a lot of trees are having this kind of things. Who can loop fasteners? By default, who can loop fasteners? We are making screw nut bolts to tighten things, to hold the things. Nature is giving us a design. How much you will rate this design out of 5? Don't you think you can convert this into a product? Don't you think that you can start a startup with this thing? You can become an entrepreneur. If you think in the right direction, this can be used as an idea, and which can be used by different peoples in different directions in mechanical engineering or in kind of any kind of fasteners. Okay, like nut, bolt. If you want to hold this thing, kindly rate out of 5. Kindly everyone rate out of 5. How much you will rate for this natural brilliance? Kavya is saying 5. So you all are rating this as 5. Yes, Nivedita, Priya. See, that's awesome. Chandrika is a new person here. Hi, Chandrika. So nice to see that you are coming into picture. Okay. See, interactions helps us to. Okay, if you are interacting with me, even though you are not talking to me, I can totally believe that you are talking to me. So this kind of interactions will make me a good teacher. Okay, I will also learn how to teach in a much better way. And you will also learn how to be a good student. Am I talking sense? Yes or no? Am I talking sense? Okay. So we have to learn. We have to learn how to behave online also. Fine. So let us go ahead. Yes, Harani. Thank you. This is an amazing design. Okay, being a civil engineer. Okay, I love this design. Now there is a parrot dog in Australia, and even you can find this in New Zealand. It goes below the ground and it come up from other side. Now, when it is creating this thing, there is a thermal mass. Okay, automatically, it's like closing the door and windows and sitting in the house. We feel warm. At the same time, when you open the doors, it feels hot. Similarly, there is a hotel which has been designed based on this concept. Low pressure, low speed, high pressure winds come from this side, and the right hand side, high speed, low pressure winds goes there, and automatically there is a warmth here, and there is a constant airflow inside the house of that animal, and the house remains aerated without any air condition, without any electricity, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. Tell me how much you will give to this animal's house design, the person who has designed this thing, the shed hotel design out of 5. How much you will give? 5. Nivedita saying yes. What about others? What about others? Yes, Subha, you are saying yes. What about others? If you're feeling yes or no. Because I feel the more you are, it's good. You're saying no, it's fine. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're saying no. Great. That means you're a mathematical student. Being an engineer, I can say I'm bad in mathematics. Okay. Because when I do research about rocket science and satellites and anything, okay, I'm noting these answers. Huh? If you're saying no, I'm going to ask a lot of queries about maths. Because when we are thinking about this Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan during this ISRO's time, there were a lot of maths involved behind that thing, and the maths was showing a kind of, we should know more science. When we were learning more mathematics, it was telling us learn more science, and when we were learning more science, it was giving an inclination towards mathematics. That's why I'm telling you again that mathematics and science go hand in hand. It go hand in hand. I hope you can answer this question by yes or no, because we are coming to a conclusion of this thing. Mathematics and science goes in hand in hand. Okay, if I'm good in science, I can give a guarantee that I'm good in science. Okay, I'm covering my science with mathematics. Similarly, if you're good in mathematics, please cover your mathematics with science. Do you agree with this thing? Cover your mathematics with science. Do you agree with this thing? You have to learn that thing. Let me know. I have covered my science with mathematics. Okay, I can't be a mathematician and scientist at the same time. Okay, you can't be a mathematician and scientist at the same time. So I have tried 75% maths, science, and 25% maths. So you have to be 75% maths and 25% science. If it is 50-50, that's an amazing concept. Okay, let's go ahead. So here, the way the fishes are fishing, again, this is an amazing, brilliant idea. Okay, you can see the fishes of sailing on the ocean, fishes, or this could be whales or something. So you would have seen in the top view. Have you seen the top view of fishes in the ocean moving like this in some videos or something in a zigzag pattern? Have you seen this thing? Just let me know yes or no. In the top view, in some videos you would have seen in the ocean or something. Yes, if you have seen, yes, just imagine how brilliantly they are interacting with each other. Yes, Kavya, check it out. Now you can see here on the left hand side there's a red color arrow mark, and the right hand side there's a blue color arrow mark. That means because the way the fins are moving, you can look at my video, they are using the fins. The left hand fins is moving in anti-clockwise way, and the right hand fins is moving in the clockwise way. Okay, let us talk about the first